નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી.
Hello students, today we will study about the histogram. This is the topic of standard 9, chapter number 40, statistics. So this is the second type of the graphical representation of the data. In previous class we have studied about the bar graphs. So that is the first type, how we can represent the data in the graph. This is the second type, histogram, how we can represent the data in the graphical form. So, this histogram is used to draw the graph for the grouped frequency distribution type of the data. If we have given the raw data, then we know that how to represent the data in the grouped frequency distribution table. That table we can prepare now. So, one of the example here we have taken the weight of the students, and here we have taken the number of the students. So first data here is that the number of the students with the weight between 30.5 to 35.5, 9 students are there. 6 students are there with the weight 30.5.5 to 40.5. 15 students are there with the weights 14.5 to 45.5. In this way, total 36 students are there. So one thing here we can notice is that as this class interval ends with 35.5, the next class interval starts with the same value. So there is no gap. That is why it is called the continuous class interval. Right? If the class ends with 35.5 here, and if we start here from 36, then there is a gap of 0.5. Here there is no gap. That is why this is called the grouped frequency distribution table, and it is continuous class intervals, right? So this histogram is actually used only for the continuous class intervals type of the grouped frequency distribution. Now suppose there is no continuity between these class intervals, then first of all we have to make them continuous. Then only we can draw the bar. Then only we can draw the histogram. So actually the histogram is same like the bar graphs. Here also we have to draw the bars. Here also we have to draw the rectangular bars. But here between two bars there is no gap, right? Because our class intervals are continuous. That is why as the one bar ends with 35.5, the second will start with the same line, that is 35.5. Okay, so let us understand how we can draw the histogram. So here two quantities, one is the weight and second one is the number of students. This number of the students we can take from this vertical axis, y axis, and this weight we can take on the horizontal axis. So here we have represented the weights. Our first weight starts from 30.5. So the first value we have taken here is 30.5. Now according to this class intervals, second value we have taken 35.5. Now next value 40.5, 45.5, 50.5, 55.5, 60.5, and the last value is 65.5. Okay, so here in the horizontal axis we have to write down the weights in kilograms, and here we have taken the number of students. Now one thing that we have before studying, the symbol here is used is a hint. Here why we use the hint? Because the weight start from 30.5. So from 0, because this is what the origin, this is the 0, value 0. From 0 to 30 weight, there is no weight. So that much of the graph remains the same, and our actual graph starts from suppose this point. So what about this blank space? So to reduce that problem, for the solution of that problem, we use here the link. Now we can write down the values here from 30.5, 35.5, 40.5, 45.5. So here the scale is also maintained, and here also we have to maintain the scale. So here we have taken 1 unit is equals to 2 students, and here we have taken 1 unit is equals to 5 kg, because the gain between these two is 5. Everywhere the gain is 5, and it is equal to the class intervals, class size. is equal to the class size. In all these classes, class size are equal, and that is equals to 5 people. So here also we have to maintain that class size. Now the first value we have to represent, that is weight 35.5 to 30.5 to 35.5. The number of the students 9. So here we have to make one of the bar here, but how much is the height? Height will be the number of the students, that is 9. So 9 is actually there between 8 and 10. So from here to here we will go the first bar like this. So 35.5 up to here we will go this bar. Now we can join this points, right? Join these 2 points. So here we get the first bar. Now second bar is 35.5. That means the same point. Here from here we have to start. That is why it is called the continuous. And up to the point 40.5, but the height, what will be the height? Height will be the 6. So from here we have to go up to the 6. Size of 6. So from here to here. Now we can join this one like this. Did you notice? Between these two bars there is no gap. Okay. Now third value 40.5 to 45.5, and we have to go up to the height 15, and 15 is there here between 14 and 16. So up to this height we have to take this height. To this point we have to draw the graph. So from here to here also we have to take the same height. Now join this. So this is the third bar. Now fourth one, that is 40.5, 45.5 to 50.5, and the height is 3. 3 means here we have to take between 2 and 4. So up to this point we can take the height. Now join this. It will become our fourth bar. Now 50.5 to 55.5, the value is only 1. 1 means 0, between 0 and 2. So half value here we have to take. And the next one, last one is 55.2, 60.5. It has the value 2. Number of the students is 2. 2 means here we have to take up to this one. This is 3. Actually, we can take this height slightly better because the value is 3. And now for this next class interval, we can take the value that is equal to 2. So all these graphs, all these bars we have drawn here, and all these are connected with each other. There is a no gap. That is why it is said that the histogram is used only for the continuous class interval. Right? So here each and every bar graphs has a width. Each and every bar graphs are actually the rectangles. These rectangles have the width that is equals to the class size, and the height of the rectangles is equals to the number of the students or frequency. Right? So here in this way we can represent the data. Actually in this way if we represent the data, now we can visualize that the weight of the students, highest weight, the number of the students which has the weight 15 kg, 45.5 to 40.5 to 45.5. So the maximum number of the students have the weight between this class interval 40.5 to 45.5, right? And very small number of the students are there which have the weight that is 55.5 to 60.5. So So this kind of the information then we can get from this histogram. Okay, so in this way we can draw the histogram. This is the second type of the graphical representation. So this is all about this lecture. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.